God, my camera's gone weird again. Why is my camera gone weird like this? It's bloody annoying, I tell you. It's been an absolutely awful day. Don't know why. Anyway, everything's going wrong. Somewhere, everywhere. Never even got that working. Look. No, that's the wrong one. No, that's the wrong one. That's the one. Oy, oy, oy. Boom. Bang. Maybe that'll work. God. So Google's been a pain today. Keeps telling me to verify every 5 seconds. My camera's gone like mega zoomed in. It's really weird. Anyway, where were we? So hello Galactic Tech Creator. Hello Kerfuffles, Catmandu, Barney and Buddies. Hi. Matcha, how are you doing? Wow. Yeah. God, let's talk about up close and personal. It's a bit weird, isn't it, eh? Oh well, I better get Discord up and running just in case people decide to pop in and say hello. So, what can I say? What's happened then recently? Shell, how you doing, mate? Mate, seriously, I mean, I don't know what's going on with my Google accounts, but it's gone all completely bizarre. So it keeps asking me to verify every like 2 seconds, which is why so I'm a member of Juicy Tender Steaks YouTube channel, but it won't let me. Oh, it's bizarre. So because I have multiple Google accounts, Fugit Blitz is one of the accounts, and then the rest of the accounts are basically Fugit Blitz is not a brand account. It goes back to my personal account. So it's just very strange. Anyway, these things happen and they're sent to try us and piss us off, I guess. No, I don't think it's hackers. I don't know what it is, mate. But I'm getting really annoyed with my camera now. The camera's gone like really weird. I don't know why. It's just bad. I mean, I should be there like that. I don't know what's going on. You know, because I was very up close and personal a minute ago. I mean, that's like, whoa, far too big Fugit. Yeah, it's just bizarre day today with things, to be honest with you. So, what's been happening in the news? Well, this is a replay first and foremost, so we'll play that first. Look at this. I mean, I changed none of the settings from stream to stream, to be honest with you. And then, you know, I redo another stream and all of a sudden the settings changed again. I don't know why. It's all very odd and confusing, to be perfectly honest with you. So anyway, that was XS rolling out in his AMX 5100. So anyway, let's see what's going on, shall we? Let's have a look in the store first. So store-wise, well, we've still got the containers collection where you can get many of these tanks, which is, well, you know, it's interesting. Shall we give it a bash? No, because I don't need any of those. So it's like you get 17 containers for approximately $20 odd. That's not bad, to be fair. That isn't bad. Considering the tanks that you can get, that ain't bad. It's not bad. And then you've got the other one that you can get the same container but for 10,000 gold. It's not bad. It's not bad. Oh, look at this. The smashing platoon. You'd think it would be a smasher, but it's not. It's the AC-4 Sentinel and the Churchill Mark 6. Yeah. Yeah. And then you got the I'm going back to that. I mean, the drop 17 different containers with random rewards and the possibility. So it's random rewards. So there's no guarantee you're going to get a tank. Okay, but it doesn't check the containers collection article in the news. Full list of possible rewards. Let's have a look. Containers. Let's have a look at the full list of the rewards. Okay. Okay. Solid Solid resource supply. You know what that means, don't you? Eh? You can get up to 30 epic boosters for 28,000 free XP, or 30 parts of a Civic for 24 hours premium, 40 rare boosters, 3 certificates, 2,300 XP. Ah, there you go. There you go. It's not all. It's a lot of boosters. So be mindful of that. I mean, if it was a tank, then yeah, but it's not, is it? It's boosters as well. So be mindful. So what else we got? Well, you got the Churchill, more containers, and you got the AC4. Ooh, sorry, I had a bit of a yawn there. So the T-54 first proto. That's not a bad tank, but you have to get it with the season coins. Yeah. Ready for battling tier 8. I don't know what that is, but these are different. But again, these are all season coins, guys. Then you got the Panther 88. Go for 8,500. That's all the equipment unlocked. Garage slot, lava camouflage, 10 certificates, 10 boosters, 10 crew boosters, and 10 free XP boosters. That's not bad, to be honest with you. And then you got the Panther. I mean, it's a tier 8 Panther 88. I mean, okay, it's a Panther and it's a Panther 88, and they're not the best tanks, but they're okay. And for an extra 1,000 gold, I'd get this one, to be fair, because you get all the equipment and everything unlocked. You still got the search for the TS. You get the Eagle 7. Well, you know, that's a tier 7 for 10,000 gold. 10,000 gold, 8,500 for a tier higher. I'd get the Panther if I were you. That's as simple as that. Let's have a look at the bundles. Oh, resources. Oh, the oxidized Panzer B2. Meh. No, if you're a tank collector, then yeah, it's a nice little tier 4. But if you're not, then hey. Then you've got these lucky ones, which I'm never bloody lucky enough, to be fair. And I'll show you what I mean. So look. I've got all those, so I'm going to buy this, because I've got all those. I'm going to show you how unlucky I can be. So I'm going to buy it, if I can. Maybe I can. I don't know if I've linked it. Yeah, okay. So I bought it, and I bought the tier 5 one, okay? And the reason I did that is because, obviously, it's cheaper. So I bought that. I'm going to go to it, and there it is. So I can get any of those, and I should have all of those, so I should be okay. Well, I've got a Matilda BP, I've already got it, which means I get a tier 6 container, and I've got all of those. So if I'm lucky, I'll get a tank I've already got. Tiger 131, already got that. So I've now got a tier 7 container, and I'm pretty sure I've got all of those. Yep, I've got the Drac. So I've now got a tier 8 container, and I'm pretty sure I've got all of these, apart from one. Oh, bugger. Oh, no, I've got him. So now I go to tier 9, and I've got all of those. So I've got the Camp 70. So now we go to tier 10, and I'm only missing one, and I guarantee it will not drop. Ha! It didn't drop! Already got the Badger. I wanted the VK90. So I didn't get it. So what did I get instead? I got 2,500 gold. Which, to be fair, is all I was going to get because I bought a tier 5 container. So if you've got all the tanks like I have, at tier 5, 6 and 7, get the tier 5 container, guys. Okay? It's that straightforward. Because it's only, it's less than $10. Okay? And, you know, it's okay. You know, I just got 2,500 gold, so yeah, it cost me about the same amount. So I'm quite happy with that. But only do it if you've got all the tanks in tier 5, 6, and 7. Because Because after that, it really doesn't become a viable option. And that's it. That's it. I'm going to open a container now. So for about $8, I just got gold. But I could have got a VK90, which is the only tank I don't have. So I'm not too upset about that, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm actually okay with it. To be fair. Yeah, I mean, I won't do it again now, shall, because I've got no tier 5 container to do. If I had a tier 5 container still, then I'd do it again, because $8 you can get a tank. And, you know, I'm not losing out, because at the end of the day, I still get $8 worth of gold. So I'm not losing out as such, to be fair. But you are right, it's still gambling. And I'm telling you guys, unless you've got, the idea being, if you haven't got the you know, all the tier 8 premiums, all the tier 9 premiums, and all the tier 10 premiums, then yeah, okay, it's worth getting the tier 5 one. Okay. If you haven't got those, and you've got tier 5 and tier 6 and tier 7 premiums that you're missing, then guys, it may not be, you know, be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Be careful. For me, it's easy because I've got all the bloody tanks in 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 actually. In fact, I'm missing one on 8 on my own personal account. Don't forget, this is not a press account. This is my own personal account. So I'm only missing like a couple of tanks here and there. So that's why I was able to do that and get away with it. But be careful, guys. You still don't like this camera. You're still gambling, to be perfectly honest with you. So what else has been happening in other news? Well, yeah, I became an official CC. Woo! I don't know what it means, but woo! It means something, clearly. I guess at this moment in time it means that, you know, I've got, I'm able to raise legitimate concerns and stuff like that with wargaming or something. You know, there's a bit more direct communication with them. It's a bit easier to talk to them about certain things. No, I don't get testing. No, I haven't signed an NDA, so I'm not getting, you know, insider information and stuff like that. So, you know, at the moment, it's just basically quicker access, I guess. But easier access to the wargaming people. I guess that's what you can say it is. Aside from that, then, without an NDA and without that sort of status, then, you know, I'm not getting an inside track on anything. That's all. But what I'll do on my Discord, I'll set up another channel. Not that I read all the channels, because I'm a lazy ass. I'll set up another channel for legitimate gripes. And if they're legitimate gripes, then, you know, I'll read through them and you know, raise things to wargaming that are legitimate. You know, so don't talk to me about MM sucks, because I don't know if that's legitimate or not. It probably is, actually. I don't know. But don't talk to me about this guy was toxic and you didn't know what to do, because obviously you just report the bugger. So if you've got any legitimate issues, then yeah, drop them into my Discord and I'll filter them through, and what I'll do, I'll wing them across to wargaming once I've filtered them and worked out which ones are legitimate or not, as the case may be. What else do I get? I may get some more. I might get some more things to give away. I'm not 100% certain on that yet, so watch this space. Not that my latest giveaway has done anything, because I've got a giveaway, and obviously, you know, no one's bothered to watch it. Well, they've watched it, but I haven't got to the required subs for that to work yet. So, you know, can't really say much more than that, can I? To be perfectly honest with you. But that's what I'm looking. That's the sort of. Oh God, another yawn. I'm really sorry. That's like 2 yawns in the space of like 2 minutes or whatever it was. So it's getting there. So, Martin Dogger hit a 1,500 average damage with his average XP at 873 and his accuracy at 81%. So, congrats, Martin Dogger. Yay! He hit 1,500 damage. Okay. It's better than me, so I can't complain. I'm at 1,200 and something average damage, I think. About that, roughly. Team Trouble, how are you? No, I'm fine, thank you, my friend. It's everybody else who's not. Oh, so how else is everybody been coping? I mean, at the moment, thankfully, the tournament season is calmed down for the moment. Next week, well, I say next week, it's actually in 2 days' time. On the 5th of October, the Blitz Preliminary Cups tournament does start. This is whereby the teams that got through the Prove Your Skill, aka the Ascent Tour, the top 8, face off against each other, looking to get a spot in the Blitz Cup European server with a big prize up to grab, $50,000, I believe it is. So. That's the EU, and there's obviously Asia, Russia, and NA. So that'll be kicking off on the 5th of October. It's not as intense as the Ascent Tours, as in there's not a lot of stuff. So, you know, it's good, but it's not as intense as the Ascent. Well, it's more intense because of the games. But it's less intense because of the amount of games. There's not shed loads of games, basically. So, which is good. I think it's on the 5th, the 7th, the 9th, and the 10th or something. The next update, I don't know. Hello, Arsene from the RU server. How you doing? Welcome. So, at this moment in time, unfortunately, I don't know exactly when the update will be dropping. We should know more. Let me just have a look at some bits and bobs here. Let's see what I can get you. I'm going through my history, and unfortunately, leave the thing. I'm going through my history. Unfortunately, it's all about verifying my Gmail, which Google's having a nightmare for some reason. I don't know why it's having a nightmare, but it is. So here we go. So the autumn season, we're looking at October. So October is going to be the 5th, the 7th, the 9th, and the 11th are the Blitz Prelim Cups. So that's what it's going to be. Oh, the update is on the 7th. There you go. Just in case somebody was wondering. So there we have it. It's on the 7th. Oh, mutated. Yeah, kidney stones. Oof. Thankfully, touch wood and everything else that's made of wood, I haven't got any of those. So, oof. Oh, shell, that sounds painful. that does sound incredibly painful indeed, to be honest with you. So, great there, Vegemite Tanker. Oh, nicely done. So, yeah, I'm quite a long way away from Dogger, but my accuracy is better. There you go. My accuracy is a lot better than Martin's. Well, it's not a lot better, it's slightly better. Which I'll tell you what, Martin sits in Holland playing with his 10 ping. I'm sat here in Dubai playing with my, 160 ping. So, yeah, my accuracy is quite good. Saying on Juice's stream earlier, Spicy Wind said that it's okay for people to have differing opinions. And I said, yeah, of course it is. My opinion is I'm really good at the game. 99.9% of the community think I'm not. They have a different opinion. It's just the way it works. Oh, more replays. Have I got any more replays? I must have more replays. bit clear. It's quiet today. Yeah, but you guys, Arsene, are a bit crazy over there, mate. You just shoot everything, you know, literally everything. And yeah, I wish I could hit 4K. I'm on 1800 on my other accounts, but they don't count really, do they? Because let's be honest. Let's be completely open and honest here. At the end of the day, they're re-rolls. Anybody can get massive stats on a re-roll. So, yeah. Oh, stent. Oh, dearie me, that's awful. Oh, God, you're just making me cringe at this end. No, what kerfuffle was an interesting one. Basically, what happened was there was me minding my own business yesterday, you know. And then Every sends me a message saying, "Can I stream?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, I'm doing this. I've set up a 2v2 tournament. Yesterday is community, which included quite a lot of people, and today is his clan, which is just nice. And those who got through to the final yesterday will meet the guys who get through to the final from his clan today. Hey, Milos." So basically, what happened was he needed another streamer, and I had nothing better to do really on a Friday night in Dubai. So I said, "Yeah, I'll do that. It's not a problem." So my understanding is it's yesterday, today, and there will be a final. But I don't know when that is. I've forgotten. Damn it. Let me have a look. He sent me a message. I know he has. So he'll tell me when it is. No, that's somebody else. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Every. So it's on the 10th. So the final is on the 10th. So that's not bad, is it? To be fair, it's not bad at all. Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, last night some interesting stuff. Saw some good guys, some good battles. I mean, the ones that stand out for me was S1K and S1K of Raid and Edward of Loka, face hugging in an IS4 and an E5, trying to get those turret rings. That was quite interesting. So it was nice. It was awesome to watch, and watching GC and Ripper literally rip into everybody was good fun as well. So yeah, we saw some good games. Saw some really good games. Really good stuff. Oof, good buyout, TTB. So no, I don't know if it's a regular thing. I think it's because Every decided to do them. And he likes doing these sort of things. So it was open to the community. He's not here, but Dark and Senko were playing last night. Who were members of Every's cult clan called Every. The new crates. What new crates are those then? The ones I've just looked at. Yeah, well, those crates basically are filled of tanks, all premium tanks, but with the usual premium tank drop rates, poor percentages really. Not a bad game, even though it was only a second class bearded blitz. So I'm assuming you mean these crates, the collector's containers. Well, as you can see, they've got filled with all these high-profile tanks that everybody wants, especially this one, that everybody wants the Smasher. Everybody wants a Smasher. Well, I mean, don't think that you're going to get it, because you may not. you'll get a lot of boosters instead. You know what? I'm tempted to. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy one. I'm going to buy one to show you what you can probably get. Okay, so I'm going to spend my 20 odd dirham, my $20 odd. So I've just bought it, and let's see what, if anything, you can get, guys. I do this so you don't need to. So I've got 17 containers: Badger, T95, T22, T26, all the way down. So there's all the containers you get, all 17 of them. Okay, right. So we'll start at the top with the Badger. Okay. Oh, pretty. So what we've got here, 3 common rewards with a 51% drop chance. So I'm going to get one of those. 3 rare rewards with a 35, probably going to get one of those, and an epic with a 10%. The chances of getting all of this is slim. So let's open the Badger container. So I get certificate, booster, certificate. Okay, that's what I got in that container. So I didn't get anywhere near a tank. Now same applies this time for the T95 E6, another tier 10. So let's open that one. And we get 200 XP, more premium, more boosters. So do you see the theme here, guys? There we go again. So boom. So boosters. I got 500 gold. Gold's not bad. I can handle the gold. So far, I haven't got anything that justifies my $25. However, oh, I've now got 1,000 gold and 2,300 3 XP. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now the housing. Boo, boo, boo. Booster. More gold. So that's 1,750 gold. A lot more XP. Yeah, okay. I can handle the XP. Because I've got the we've got the Swedish line coming up soon, so be mindful of that. So what we got here? We got 28,000 XP, another 750 gold. That's not bad. So we're now up to 2,250 gold. Now we're going for the Chimera, which I've already got. More gold, so we're now up to, 2,750, and with more XP. Smasher! Oh, I've already got it! Damn and blast and bugger. Bugger! Oy. So 1,000 gold. So now we're at 3,500. That's not bad gold wise, guys. I'm telling you at the moment. Right, oh, sorry about that. I got booted. I don't know why I got booted, but I got booted. So, but anyway, open the next container, and as you can see, I got 28,000 XP. That's not bad. That's not bad. So, let's have a look at the Carnarvon Action X. That's next. I don't know what happened then. Something just went weird. Oh. Maybe I've run out of power there. So let me just change the battery in my headphones. I don't know what's going on. I told you, I've just been plagued with technical issues the last few days. I don't know why. It's very strange, guys. Very odd indeed. Okay, that's got that done. So, where were we? Oh, Action X. There we go. So let's open the Action X. Another 750 gold. What's this? 1 in 25. I don't know what that is, but I got one of those for whatever that is. Oh, I got an Action X. I don't know why I've got the charm. I don't need the charm. So now we're going for the SU 130 PM. Oh, more gold. So we're at what? 4,000 gold. Meatsy. How you doing, mate? So we're at 4,000 gold. Okay, so far we did get a smasher, but hey, we've already got the smasher, so we got a couple of million in credit, which was nice. Now we're going for the super conch. Wow, 750 gold. That's not bad. 750 gold is not bad. That brings us up to 4,750 gold. So that's good. That's good. Now we're going for the T54E2. Oh, the most disappointing one so far, but hey, it was okay. Coming down to the last few now. T25 Pilot, which I don't have. By the way, I don't have that tank. And I still don't have the tank, but now I've got 5,500 gold. So 5,500 gold's not bad. And don't forget I spent $25 roughly. Now we're into the WZ112-2. Tank I've already got. Boosters. And the last one, AMX30B, which is also what I've got. Oh, okay, boosters as well, and XP. So, basically, I got a tank. I did get the smasher, although I've already got it, so it was pretty useless for me, but I did get the tank. And I got approximately 5,000 odd gold. So 5,000 odd gold would have cost me around $20 odd, roughly. No, about 15 odd dollars. Yeah, about 15 odd dollars. So, you know, I've not lost out. And then I got a lot of these. So I got 2 of these. So I'm going to use both of those. So that, because don't forget the Swedish line is coming. I've got 12 of these, so I'm going to combine those. Use one. And I got 100 and I got quite a lot of these. I did get quite a lot of them, to be fair. So again, I can use it. And I'll use all of them. Get them all over and done with. Now I started the day with what? 1 point something million XP. I've now got 1.8, so I'm almost at 2 million XP. So almost got a million XP there. And we got 5 odd thousand. I got charms as well. Still got the Scorpion G-Lock box. So in all, to be honest with you, $25 wasn't actually that bad for me. It worked out. Plus, I got the Smasher. If you haven't got the Smasher, I mean, wow, that would have been worth it. It would have been worth it. So that wasn't too bad, to be fair. It could have been worse. So that's what I didn't buy. I bought the one, it's gone now, but I bought it and it wasn't bad. And you know what? I made more. I made 7,000 gold. Because I was on 78, now I'm on 85. So I made 7,000 gold in that transaction. Now 7,000 gold is near as damn it the amount of money I spent on getting those containers. So as far as I'm concerned, that ain't bad. At all. Now, okay, I do understand there's still crates, guys, but that's not bad. That's not bad. Well, it wasn't for me anyway. So, no, it wasn't a bad deal, Team Trouble. Not for me anyway. Not for me. It could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. I could have got no gold. 7,000 odd gold. Almost a million XP. Plus, I've got a shed load of credits. So if I go to my notifications, So it's probably run out now. No, here we go. So let's have a look at it. Let's go to the bottom. So those are the containers. Right, so I bought this container. First one we opened. Yeah. We got XP, 17 pieces. C17 200 XP. 35 boosters. 120 1 hour premium. So that's 120 hours. Shit, that's a lot. That is a lot. Wow.
Now that's a lot of value.
And then I got 2 million credits for the Smasher. Wow. So looking at the gold, I got 500, 1,000, 1,750, 2,300, 2,700, 3,700, 4,450, 4,900, 4,650, 7,650 gold I got. That's not bad. Yeah, the premium time. I mean, looking at the premium time, I mean, wow. Where is it? 1 day premium. So I've got, where's the 1 hour? There it is. So I've got 221 1 hour premiums. That's not bad at all. I can handle that. That's not as bad as you think. I'm telling you guys. It's not as bad as you think. And I've got a load of boosters, as you can see. I mean, let's combine them all while we're here. Because I've got a shed load of boosters now. It's always nice getting boosters, you know. So if I add them all together, yeah, to be fair, that $25 was well spent. It was well spent. So, all those camo certificates. Oh, I got lots of camo certificates. Yeah, shit, man. Look, I've got the Predatory for the T26. Got the Mouse, IS7, IS3, KV1S twice. In fact, sell one of them. 2,400. Oh no, it's a lot of credits, isn't it? 24,000 credits, woohoo, for a camo. Then I got the Lucky Dice attachment, the Music Lover attachment, the 24 frames attachment, the Wings attachment, Venomous Shock camouflage for the 6th birthday. I've got the Shark camo, sell one of those. Ooh, look at that, that's a lot of money. 580,000, nice. We've got Tanker Lantern, got the Wasted Shot, Amazonia camouflage, you got 4 of those. 5 Vesuvius. Ooh, Coded Chaos, Technotron, Oxidized Metal. They're just all the camos, mate. Yeah, I've got the platinum in the stuff as well. Though, you know, the ratings camos. So we got a shed load of these. But they only apply to the Panther. So there you go. That's what it looks like at the moment. That's not bad. Giving away free money is wargaming. There's no pop-up tags though, which is a shame. Anyway, we were looking at other replays. So that was that one. So this one next. This is Wild One's Helper in Metis. Yeah, the IS7 one. Yeah, that's another one. So yeah, exactly, Team Trouble. Plus I got a Smasher. Which I've already got. But if you haven't got the Smasher, then, you know, you would have been better off having my crates then. So yeah, $25, not a bad spend at the end of the day. But it's still crates, guys. And I got lucky, to be fair. But I did get lucky. And, you know, it's you're not always going to get what I got. Let's be honest. That's the thing about crates. You roll the dice and you take your chance. And that's what happened there. And thankfully I didn't do it. So Yeah. That was good though. So there you see that. Look. But I think that was worth it. Because I did get $25 worth of gold. And I did get a lot of XP. And I did get a lot of boosters. So it was okay. So anyway, what was I talking about? I can't remember what I was talking about now before I bought containers. Because I thought, I do this so you don't need to. You can judge for yourself if it's a good idea or not to get those those containers. But beware, as you saw there, the chances of getting the tank. I mean, the smash is at a 5% drop chance, so it has got the best drop chance of all the tanks in that list, which is probably why I got the smasher, because I didn't get any other tank. If you notice, none of the other tanks dropped. So it wasn't like it was raining tanks from my containers, because it wasn't. But anyway, so, wow, slow day today. Everybody's taking a relaxing break from Blitz, probably. Apart from Blitzstig, who's here. Hello. What have you been doing?
Playing Blitz.
Yeah. Yeah, I played the other night and, ping was a bit bad. Quite laggy. And I've heard people have been saying it's laggy still, but don't forget that, I mean, the update is on its way, so I don't know. Maybe that. My camera is struggling to focus. Don't know why. My camera's just having a bad day. Everything technical in my house today is just having a bad day. So it's just bizarre. So what else has been going on? Don't know what else has been going on. What do you think about how to educate newbies on this game? Playing with them are really frustrating. You know, I am. It's an interesting one, and the reason I say it's interesting is because I've got a 10-year-old who, if it was up to him, he would live, eat, sleep, and breathe YouTube. That's all he does. That's all that interests him. And with that in mind, there are, you know, with new players coming into the game, if they're the right age demographic, then the chances are they spend a lot of time on YouTube, like most, you know, kids do nowadays. And there are literally hundreds and hundreds of YouTube channels that show you how to play this game. And I'm not even talking about the big guys like Meadsy, His Royal Fatness, Bushka, Skate. There are lots of other YouTubers out there. Even, you know, just type into YouTube World of Tanks Blitz game guide or whatever, and there are literally hundreds and hundreds of YouTube channels telling you how to play it. And all you got to, you know, they're not long videos. Most of them are like what, 10 minutes long, maybe. If you're unlucky, 20 minutes. If you're on my channel, about 20 minutes. But most of them are about 10 to 15 minutes long, and they do tell you how to play the game. And you know, if you don't want to, if you just want to go old school and just drop into Meadsy, Bushka, or Skate, or Mine Dogger, and they'll show you how to play the game easily. If you want to go new school, then you're looking at Royal Fatness, the likes of Droodles, Economics Mate, etc., etc. They'll show you how to play the game as well. If you want it interaction with live streaming, then just drop onto Juicy Tender Steak, and he'll show you, or Object 3, and they stream a lot, and they show you how the game's played in real time without actually doing any of that. So, so there's plenty of resources out there for new players to learn the game, to be honest. And it's not like there isn't. Oh, Armoured Pants as well, Kerfuffles. Yeah, good point. I completely forgot about Armoured Pants, which is my bad, because he does do absolutely fantastic stuff. And another one of Wild One's helper being OP, this time in the 215B. He needs to be nerfed. And he does it, and Armoured Pants is quite funny as well with his videos, to be perfectly honest with you. You know, he's a laugh and a giggle. And a lot of his videos put a smile on your face. So there are plenty of resources out there. Hundreds of thousands of resources, let's be honest. If you want to learn to play with people, then some YouTubers have various different options, be it Patreon or YouTube memberships, whereby they offer lessons. R1B does that. Meadsy does that, I believe. I can't remember who else off the top of my head. So again, you can, there's those resources available to people also. But if they want it cheap and cheerful and not spend any money, then just any YouTuber has got a video somewhere showing you how to play a tank and how to play the maps and how to do the basics. So I don't know if it's I don't know. I don't know what to say about that then. I mean, how else can you educate them? The resources are there.
Wargaming should promote it. Wargaming should promote it.
Maybe, but I mean, Wargaming do educational videos for World of Tanks, to be fair, and the principles in their educational videos for World of Tanks are no different to the principles in World of Tanks Blitz. Hey, Layla, thank you for popping in.
Yes, but do the Blitz players know that? The majority of the Blitz players? Absolutely not.
Probably not. That's very true. So yeah, okay. Now I know Wargaming are thinking of trying to do videos. They are trying to. Excuse me, one moment. Right, sorry about that. Georgie had to pop in because he's got to speak to his mother. And he says hello to you, Layla, and everybody else. Hey, Innerman, how you doing? No, streamers can't teach the players as such. That is very true. But what YouTubers, certain YouTubers do, they put out videos that at least give you some of the basics. But fact of the matter is, I've said this before, there are various different types of people who play this game nowadays. There are oh look, every gunner is speed. There we go. There are those who just drop in every now and then to the game because they just want to, which there's no reason why they shouldn't, to be honest with you. And there are those who take it seriously, and there are those who just want to do it for a bit of fun. And this is the thing. So you gotta, yeah. Some players are looking for shoot 'em up, team trouble. To be honest with you, but that's the thing about games. I mean, games. It's a game that's open for a lot of people. So, it's who you targeting? Are you targeting the pro gamer? Because you don't need to. As a YouTuber or as wargaming, education-wise, they don't need to target a pro gamer. Pro gamers will generally work things out for themselves. That's why they're pro gamers. If you're targeting the serious gamer, then they already know a lot of the stuff and they're just refining their skills and learning a few new stuff. If you're targeting the fair weather player or the one who just wants to have fun, then you're wasting your time because they're not interested. They're interested in playing a game and shooting stuff. That's it. And to be honest with you, for most of those people, stats, win rate, average damage, it doesn't mean anything. What they play the game for is, they've got, 10 minutes between meetings or 10 minutes between lessons, or they've got a spare 10 minutes, or their parents have just told them to get off YouTube. So they've taken their phone into the bathroom or whatever, and they've got a spare 10 minutes that way. They're not interested. They're interested in blowing shit up. And but that's the gaming community. It's a wide and varied community. And if we're expecting everybody to be taking it seriously, then we're all going to be disappointed all the time, I'm afraid. Because it's not going to be like that. Some people are serious, some people have been playing the game for a long time. There are some real diehards and tryhards. But also, at the end of the day, there are also those who don't care. And, you know, they're entitled to play the game. Why not? If they download it and they play it, it's up to them. They may like it and become serious. They may not like it and it's just one of those things that they've got to spare 10 minutes, play a game of tanks. Who knows? Thank you, Nikolai. Hey, Lockney. So there's all different people playing the game. And you can't legislate for everybody. That's the thing. Well, what wargaming tried to do, they tried to. To be fair, we just don't look at it that way. For whatever reason. I mean, we've got ratings which are for those who are a little bit more serious, who want to do, you know, who are infatuated with their stats and stuff, although it won't increase your win rate. Then you've got, you know, the other type of battles, realistic, mad games, uprising, gravity, for those who just want to have fun. And then you've got the encounter, random games, which is, you know. No, they can't. Not through the videos. But they can understand a few bits and bobs, basics, to be perfectly honest with you. They can understand a few basics. Yeah, well, Innerman, you're right. With the exception of me. Yes! And that's the reason why I did my channel. Oddly enough. Because I was struggling way back in the day with a particular tier 10 tank. So I typed into YouTube, and it was a Leo 1. I won't lie, it was a Leo 1. And I typed into YouTube how to play the Leo 1. And again, I'm not going to lie to you. The first hit that came up was Pushka. And I watched this video with intrigue. And I thought it was fantastic, and I thought it was brilliant. And, you know, all I had to do was listen to what he had to say, and I could just roll out and be shit hot in my Leo. And you know what? You can't. Because the Leo and certain other tanks are notoriously difficult to play. Because they are. And some, you know, what we don't realise is that some of the replays you're seeing are from some of the best guys in the game who can play certain tanks with their eyes closed and make it look easy. Just like, I don't know, Messi makes scoring goals or Ronaldo makes scoring goals look easy. Probably not. So I decided, well, hang on a minute, you're not really getting a poor reflection. So I did YouTube because I am pretty bloody average. So my channel was dedicated for, you know, you want to see how an average person plays the game. That's how an average person plays the game. Oh, you know, man, good rollout in the Jaegeroo. Nicely done. So that's why I did it. But you're right to an extent. A lot of the stuff you see on YouTube is from top guys. Top guys. No, that's to be fair, Shao, that is right. If we're all 60%, we'd all end up at 50%. You need bad players and good players. Yeah, Galactic Tech, a lot of people do disagree with that, but if you work it out to its logical conclusion, it's actually correct. Unfortunately. Bushka! How are you doing, man? Or should I call you De Silva now? Do you keep changing your name? No. Oof! 8.9k on a live stream. Yeah. Juicy needs to be nerfed. He really does. He certainly does. Please check my Discord. Okay, I shall do that. Okay, mate, I'll look at those, don't worry. Give me some time, but I'll definitely look at those. Yeah, it was Bushka. But you're right, you're Imor now, right? Imor? I can't remember. Everybody keeps moving. Imor, Legion, you're one of them. I can't remember. I can't remember now. I'm going to have to check now, which is really bad. I'm really sorry. Oh, that's pretty bad, isn't it? I did know and then completely forgot. Imor, there you go. Of course it is. With Cougar. Oh, there you go. I knew it was. I hope you're looking forward to next week. You guys are going to set the world on fire. There. See. I said Imor. You type Imor. There you go. Yeah, I'm not stalking you, mate. Seriously. But yeah, I mean. Yeah, like I said, I mean, if you take it to its logical conclusion, if everybody had a good win rate, then eventually it will level out. If everybody had the same win rate, it will eventually level out to it. And you see that with ratings, to be fair, where you know, they try to do it based on skill, and you still get good teams and bad teams, despite the fact it's done on skill. But I mean, Skate did a video on it a long time ago on why they can't they can't do MN based on win rate. And it was an interesting video. But yeah, apparently logic dictates that it does go that way. It does go that way. Not tried it myself, and not being a mathematician, but being a lawyer. Being a lawyer basically means anything greater than 10 means you have to take shoes and socks off, unfortunately. So yeah. No, I agree with that, Spartan Leopard. One of the problems that we do face is, and I once did a video saying it's not pay to win, but it's going that way, unfortunately. No. I did. I had one game, 8K, where both teams were bad, apart from me, because I got 8K. Woohoo! In a Jaegeroo, funnily enough, on Oasis Palms. In fact, Martin Dogger showed that video a while back. And both teams were not good, clearly. Because this was long before they did the HP buffs, etc., etc. So it was a lot harder to get the 8K in those days. But yeah, the team, I mean, I just camped in the corner, basically, and waited for everybody to come around so I could shoot them with HE, which is what I basically did. One shot a Leo 1 as he came around the corner, followed by a one shot to a Leo PTA as he came around the same corner, followed by the grill as he came around the same corner. So, you know, it is possible to do that. I'm down for win, I believe. I'm not sure. They because they've been trying to sort of allocate it across, and we all said sort of equal coverage, Bushka. So I can't remember is the honest answer. Let me have a look. I think I've got it here. Who's got who? Yes, I have. So, Amunet, so the first game's out on the 5th. Amunet for match 1 as Legion and Win. And match 2 she has Legion and Peepo Pro. Who are Peepo Pro? What's your name? Because they haven't put down the clan names. So, I think, is Peepo Pro Imor? I think it is, isn't it? Halo is EG, Animal Planet, Emulator Gun is Souls, Monkey Gaming is Appa, or maybe Animal Planet. It's either Animal Planet or P Pro. are Imor, and I don't know which one's which. So what's Imor called their team? Bushka. Just out of interest. Because that'll I can tell you then who's got who. Because I've got the list here. And I don't know which one's Loka, and I don't know which one's Imor. Emulator is definitely Souls. Halo is definitely Endgame. Monkey Gaming is definitely Appa. And all the other clans, Win, Raid, are called Win in Raid. So we know who they are. And Legion is called Legion. So the only ones we're missing is obviously Imor and Loka. So there's one of those two. Now, if it is... So I've got Souls in Raid followed by Appa and Win on the first day. Wild Ones Halper has got Animal Planet and Monkey Gaming, followed by Animal Planet and Raid. So he's probably got Imor. I think it's him. To an extent, Galactic Tech, yes, and maybe not. I've seen close games still. It depends, I guess, on the time of day sometimes. Peepoo. Right, so Aminet's got you on the 5th. I've got you on the 7th. And then Wild Ones Halper has got you on the 9th. And Rib has got you on the 10th, on the 11th. So there you go. I see, I knew it was going to be one of them. Ah, so that's Loka's or Animal Planet then. Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, the thing is, as more play, I mean, let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at some of the stats of Blitz at the moment, because the player base is generally going up, and it is generally going up. Oh no, it isn't. It's generally going down. So it's been going down since the end of August. So at the end of August, the average for the EU was 30, you know, the players was about 32,000. And since then it's been dropping, and it's dropped down to 18,000. So, but it's peaks and troughs as per usual. That's weekly. So, and RU is going up. RU is going up. So they shot up 7.2 just after the patch, 7.2. They shot up to 80,000, and now they're on about 72,000. So they dipped down to 59,000 during that time. So there'll be another spike with the next patch. And if you have a look on BlitzStars, you'll see every time an update comes out, there's a spike with more players joining in, to be honest with you. So player base does go down because people do leave, yes. They do leave. But just as they leave, new players come. The thing is, do new players come and stay long enough? And this is one of the things that Wargaming was trying to address with their 5.5 issue, rightly or wrongly. And we know that, well, you should know my points on 5.5, which is, I thought it stank. But as far as Wargaming is concerned, it did exactly what it said on the tin, which is it basically got new players to come into the game and then stay for a bit longer, which I get. I understand that. Now, you've lost a lot of veteran players, yes, but you know, you're always going to lose veteran players for a majority of reasons. It could be because they just got fed up with the game and they want to move on. It could be that it could be 101 different things. That's the thing, you know. And there are diehards and tryhards, veteran players. There really are, and a lot of them haven't. So we'll see. That time will tell. We'll see what's going on. Oof. Yeah, but you know, and you're just OP. To be fair. Well, the top 8. Well, you say easily predicted. It was touch and go for a while with APA and Souls. To be fair, apart from those two, then yeah, it was pretty easy to understand that those teams were going to get there. It's going to be interesting to see, actually, Bushka, if what's going to go on with Legion, Endgame, Loka, and Raid. Loka, I mean, yeah, you're right. Loka is a top 4 team, and rightly so. But and I know in the Ascent Tour you never see the best of the tournament teams because they generally save it for the next stage. But there are teams that can actually take on Loka, like Immor, like Win. So that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. Raid as well can be turned over, but we know that when it comes to the bigger venues, they do tend to put different dancing shoes on. Legion in Endgame are the ones to look out for. I mean, they've really got a flop, and wow. I mean, that's going to be the time test. That's going to be the test of that one. To be fair, that really will be the tester. It's going to be those head-to-heads with those guys, basically. Who's going to come top out of Endgame in Loka? So it'd be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, if I'm judging by what was going on with the Ascent Tour, then Endgame and Loka are very strong. But that's not to say that other teams won't take them out, because they can. Oh, hang on a minute. Just had to send my wife a message. So these things happen. Yeah, I mean, the other thing is Galactic Tech. I mean, there's other games that have come along as well. War Thunder came along, and things like that came along since Blitz, and people jump over to the other games, left, right, and centre. And depending on your demographic, if you're a wee nipper, as they say, then no doubt Blitz is not as enlightening as Fortnite, for example. That's the other thing. So it swings and roundabouts. But it's nothing to get upset about. So, still a quiet day. Yeah, they were in a month, but they failed miserably in spring, to be fair. APA, but then again, on the same token, so did Immor, Bushka. They failed miserably in the spring season. So it's an interesting one. Well, but there you see though, Galactic Tech. You've made a point there. War Thunder is PC only. Well, Blitz is now PC. It's not just mobile gaming. And there is the thing. The future of Blitz. Well, a lot of people keep saying this game's going to die. In fact, I've heard now for the last maybe 2, maybe 3 years that the game is going to die. And I don't think it is. I think they will come out with more stuff. They'll change the parameter. They change it every patch. And they will look at changing it and changing it and changing it. And they will. Simple as that. So, I don't think it's in danger of dying, to be honest with you. It's, it's still going to have a hardcore fan base. And one of the things that we forget in this part of the world, when I say this part of the world, I mean everywhere but the RU server, is that on the RU server and in Russia, Blitz is it's quite a big thing. It's quite a big thing, unlike here. So there's still 100,000 people playing Blitz. There's still YouTubers who play Blitz with over 100,000 subscribers plus more on the RU side. And there's a lot of them. So it's still busy. It will continue to be busy. It's just that Blitz, ironically, hasn't been embraced enough in areas. It has been embraced in the EU, but it hasn't really been embraced in North America or Asia, which is interesting. To be fair, it is interesting. I mean, I would have thought North America would have embraced it because it's got everything a North American general, stereotypical North American would want: tanks, war, blowing shit up. I mean, what more do you want? And that's not being disrespectful to Americans, by the way, because I know how much you love blowing shit up. I mean, I spent a lot of time in Houston, Texas, and literally there's a gun shop on every corner. Runak comes. I'm not playing. This is replays, but I'll show you a replay of a smasher, if you wish. So you can see that. Bigger maps they can't do. To be fair. And it's the same as they can't add more than 7v7. Is there one thing they could do to cause the game to take off and become more popular? That's a good question. I don't know, is the honest answer. Mutated genome. And you know what I'm talking about, dude. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Houston. It depends. When you say take off in what respect? I mean, according to Wargaming, what they did with 5.5 was to do exactly that, and they achieved their aim with that, admittedly annoying a lot of people at the same time who were more veterans to the game. So, of course you can. Come and join him, man. So if you're looking for, are you trying to keep hold of the diehards and tryhards, then more tournaments. Seriously, more tournaments, and not just the pro ones. You give tournaments a bigger thought. That will suit the diehards and tryhards. But give better rewards, because the rewards for tournaments are pretty poor, to be honest with you. And relook at ratings, because ratings are for the veterans really, and the good players. So you've got to look at the rewards on that as well. And having an avatar and a spanky camo isn't going to cut it really. So you need to look at these things. Yeah, they're thinking of doing that. But the problem that Wargaming, don't forget, there's only 27 of you talking to me now, and I guarantee that virtually all 27 of you at some point, apart from the deal for real, have spent money on this game. hardly any of you. Yeah, I would say 90% of you are not free to play players. And what we've got to remember is that there are a lot of free to play players in Blitz, to be honest with you. And the thing about this game is absolutely free to play. It'll take a long time to get the tanks, and it'll be frustrating as hell because you've got to earn that stuff to get, the upgrades and everything. But it's basically a free to play game. And you can't really progress unless you spend money. Well, you can, but it takes time. So that's the thing. Well, there you go. Look, the gaming tanker. You knocked your nail on the head. Oh, give me 2 minutes. I am. Guys, give me 2 minutes. Immerman, talk about your top 8, please.
What do you mean?
My wife's giving me
Hello,
a hard
guys.
time.
Hello, Fugit.
Just Immerman, talk about the top 8 while I just pop out the room.
Hi there.
About top 8, it can be easily predicted though, because I have watched almost all the streams just recently, and I can say that, no offense to anyone, I have my friends in Souls, I have my friends in Imor, I have my friends in any clan, but APA, no offense, still they're allowed to play top 8 just to be a piece of meat for everyone. Because only one thing APA can do correct is just a push. They take 2 mouses, they take 5 IS4s, they just push. That's all. Easy gameplay. Souls, well, they're good. They can do unpredicted moves and they can be the danger for the top 4 teams, but still they have little bit lack of experience and the skills against those beasts like Raid or Legion. Imor are good. Imor can do unpredicted moves. That's why I'm most probably Souls will be the 7th and Imor will be the 6th. But still, the qualifiers didn't show the correct level of the skill for the top 4 beasts. EG didn't play seriously, Legion didn't play seriously, Raid didn't play seriously. I'm surprised that I didn't see the 7 T22s from the Raid side. So they're basically just
Oh man,
too strong.
you think I'm a techno noob?
Hmm?
Try dealing with my wife. Sorry. So I'm back. So you were talking about your top 8.
Yep. So my top 8 is AP 8th, Souls are 7th, Imor are 6th. The only thing for me, which will be interesting, is to see how Loka, Raid, and Win will play against each other, because it will show a lot. It will show me exactly if Win can play another good Twister season and place themselves 3rd or 2nd. It can show me if Raid are still OP and they have unpredicted moves, so they can place the 3rd or 2nd. It will show me the level of the gameplay which Loka can show, because I'm not sure in Loka. I'm not 100% sure.
No, I'm not as well, and I don't. I mean, I don't know if we've seen the real Loki yet that we saw in the Ascent tour. I'd hate to say that if we have seen the real Loka, then they may not be top 4. But if we haven't seen the real Loka and we're waiting for the real Loka, then it could be a lot different. Like you say.
Loka changed a lot. I personally, I dislike that Loka took some FBI players, because Spitfires is okay. He's a cool guy, but the others, not sure about them. Not sure if they can face the stress which faces usually in the top 8 brawls when you have the score of 3-3 and you have the tiebreaker, and you know that every single mistake can cause you to be out of the top 4.
Hey, General.
I'm not sure.
No, nor am I at the moment. I mean, Loka, at the moment, I would say I think there are 3, possibly 4. There are 4 groups even in this top 8 for me. And at the very top, you've got Endgame and Legion at the moment. If I'm just going on what I've seen in the Ascent Tour, Endgame and Legion are the top 2. And they're very strong and very difficult to play against, and both teams have been playing exceptionally well. Then you get the next 2, which is like not the top 2, but the next 2, second place, second, where you've got Raid and Loka fitting into that bracket.
Well, Raid and EG and Legion, it's the teams which will never show us the real power until the top 4 stage. Because I'm pretty sure in Raid EG that they will have their place in top 4. I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely. I mean, Raid have
and I'm
the
not
ability
sure
to do it.
in Raid and Win.
Well,
I can say 100% that Win will be top 4 and Raid will be top 4.
Well, this is what I come to. I mean,
when it comes to EG versus Legion, there's there's 2 problems. The problem of EG is that they might be too confident. And if we can say that we have Whoopsie in Legion, who knows EG pretty well, and he played with them for almost 2 years, we can say that he might predict some moves which can help them to get 1 or 2 games like from the start.
Possibly, but then with the meta changes...
In my opinion, Legion should not be stressed about EG, but they should be stressed about Raid and Win.
Well, this is the interesting part because...
Win just because I love Win.
Well, that brings me to my third
Everybody
pairing,
does, I guess.
which is
But Raid, they're still the champions for me because they do many things which we don't see often, even in the very close and skilled games.
No, that's very true.
Nobody can even understand why did they do this or why did they do that, but only in the end, when it comes to their win, we can see, oh, that's why they did this. Oh, Jesus, geniuses.
Yeah. But the Ascent Tour is a reflection, realistically,
that's why
where we are. But
I wonder to see how Raid will play this top 8. And APA, Soul, Seymour, they're good clans, they're good players, but
we generally haven't seen
they're not
the best
opponents to Raid, to Legion, to EG. Everything can happen.
We haven't seen the best out of them yet. That's the thing.
Like, I can say that many things which can be unpredicted. For example, if everyone has a game crash in a tiebreaker and somehow it will be an easy win until the player will come back. It might cause the problems, and it might cause the changes in the top 4.
I'm looking forward to it, to see exactly what will happen, to be honest. I'm really looking forward to it.
Well,
but we'll see.
Yeah.
But judging on the Ascent, I mean, the Ascent have really... It's a true reflection of how the teams played, to be honest, in that tour, which is where their standings are. And it'll be interesting to see, did we see the best, or did we just see just getting the job done to get into the top 8? And then, the next stage will be, well, it gets more intense because they're fighting for that place in the Blitz Cup to grab that $50,000 or whatever it is. So
well,
it's a different gameplay.
For me, the teams just did not their best they can, not showing us the 7-0 games against, those not really skilled guys from the top 16 and top 30, and they just played what they can to be sure that they have this win to be in the top 8.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I'm thinking, that we're just seeing them doing, doing their day job.
Casual job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically. And maybe we'll see them knock it up a gear for the Blitz Cup preliminaries. And then for those teams that do make it into the Blitz Cup, you'll see it go up an even bigger gear again. And it'll be... So...
I'm pretty excited about this Blitz Cup because...
Yeah, me too.
What I want to see is EU server just raping the Rus server. Just, like 18 plus,
it'll be
into
good.
18
Yeah.
plus.
It'll be interesting. There's a
And
lot.
they
there's a
have
lot
the
at stake.
opportunity.
Yeah, they do.
They have,
Yeah, they do.
because Legion are supreme right now for me. Like, I've saw 7 stars playing other day. I just watched some streams of their captain Ufupanjash. He's now grinding his second account on EU server. And I'm pretty confident that Legion will be the serious opponents for them.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe we can see some good brawls.
Well, that's what I tell you. It's obviously different than the Twister Cup, but it's going to be an interesting one. It is going to be an interesting one, and I'm looking forward to it. As you say, it's going to be interesting.
It is going to be interesting, but the Blitz Cup for me personally, just because I'm a EU player and I don't really like the Russian players who are saying that EU is trash and we are all trashes and we don't know how to play. And I cannot say to them like, hey guys, we're the 2 times champions. Where's your C4? Oops, sorry.
Yeah, it's part and parcel though, isn't it? At the end of the day.
So for me, it's going to be
an
the
interesting place.
CIS, yeah. So for me, it's going to be the EU who will take the first place, and the 7 stars and Rain will fight for the second one. That's for me. Because if Whoopsie will be allowed to play finally, to be in the final stage. Yeah.
But talking about that, I mean, going back to last year's Twister, and the EU teams didn't put their best foot forward, to be fair. They didn't play their best. Let's put it that way.
There were 2 reasons for that, and one I will disclose, and the other I will not, just because it's the personal relationships. Yeah, and the thing is that the first game EG had versus Rain, it was Hidden who was playing Progetto, if I remember correctly, and he just had the 1800 ping. He showed that to the person from Wargaming who was in the room with them, and he said, whoa, continue to play.
Yeah.
Why are you stuck? And they just got tilted. They just really got tilted, and they had no willing to play anything else, and they just lost badly to Mercy, they lost badly to Rain, and they just came there to play, and that's all.
Layla, yeah, they did. They had Feast. Feast was in the last year's Twister.
Yep, maybe. But the funny thing is that when I saw the Rain playing against 7 stars, and I had the news that 7-star guy had the 100 ping, and he reported this to Wargaming, they instantly made the replay. Instantly.
Yeah, I know.
And after that, Rexy says everywhere that, well, we don't have the benefits for the Rus server, why are you crying? That's why I'm crying. Because if you don't make the replay for the EU and American server, but you do replays for the Russian server, what is the case? Play it.
But we've had that before. I mean, we had that recently with, Asia have complained about things like that. I mean, one of the clans from a particular country had some ping, complained, and they reset everything. And a clan from a different country, worse ping, and they didn't reset it. So yeah,
Well,
it happens, unfortunately.
wargaming, what can I say?
Yeah, it's.
That's
swings and
why I quitted
roundabouts.
tournaments. Generally, just because I cannot handle this stuff. Because it happened to me. I was like depressed a hell of a lot when the 3 days before the tournament, the qualifiers, we had the news that we are not allowed to play just because we're a Russian team.
Oh wow.
And I was like, what the hell? What? Really, what the hell?
Well, they did. It's interesting you said this year they tried to stick it in that you had to be in the clan 2 weeks before the tournament,
Yeah,
but they got rid of it. Rightly so. They got rid of it.
I like this rule. But I agree with Jack that the way that they've presented it 2 days before the registration, 2 hours before the
Yeah,
registration.
exactly. That wasn't the right way to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for the future. Good for the future, but not halfway through a tour season. No. But it's certainly something to look forward to the future. Yes.
The thing also is like I spoke to Rexy about this rule about the Russian players, and I explained to him that listen, I'm playing from the beta test on the EU server. I don't like to play on the Russian server with those guys who think they're OP and they suck on the EU server. I don't like to be one of them. I like to stick to EU server because I live in EU. Nevertheless, I'm Russian, okay, still. I'm living in EU. I'm playing with my friends on EU. I'm here from the beginning. And why the fuck am I not allowed to play in the top 8? Seriously.
Yeah. Hang on.
The answer was
that works both ways. If you're Indonesian, go to the Asian server. Be careful, dude.
Oh yeah, true. Oh Jesus. And actually the reply from Rexy was that, well, due to the fact that we don't have the offlines now and we'll have only online, we don't want to see 5 out of 6 teams being from CIS region. And I was like, seriously.
But what they should do, I mean, the rule should be. Okay. I think Whoopsie fell between the cracks because he's in Russia, but he's playing in the EU
from the start as well.
Yeah. So where the rule has always been from the start, you have to live in the region that the server is, and they've still changed that rule. They haven't changed that rule.
But it is only for the offlines.
Correct.
And I'm fine. And I'm fine with it.
That correct. It is only for the offlines. So
and I'm pretty
it's
fine
a fair
with it.
rule in that respect.
It is a fair rule in the respect of the offlines, of course.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the top 8, I was in Navin, I was in the first alliance, and we never ever met that rule playing in the top 8. Never.
Yeah.
But when it comes to this year, and we were pretty prepared for that, and we could have placed 8th instead of APA. 3 days before, hi, we're from Wargaming. Now you're not allowed to play. Bye.
Yeah.
And they even asked me, why am I complaining? Oh, seriously, why am I complaining? Of course, no problems.
Oh, yeah, but Matthew, Inaman, about being Russian, is in the EU, so same as you, mate. He's living in the EU. He just happens to be Russian. It's like my missus. She happens to be Russian, but she lives here in Dubai with me. So people do travel. But and you're right. I mean, if I was living in Russia and I spoke Russian, much to my wife's chagrin, I don't. Then yeah, I'd play the RU server more because of course I would. Simple as that. But what we're talking about here is there's no problem with people from a certain country playing on a certain server and then going to the offlines. But the rule has always been you've got to reside in the area, in the catchment area of the server. And therein lies the problem with, for example, Whoopsie. Because Whoopsie, whilst playing on the EU, still lived in the catchment area of the CIS server, or the RU server as it's called. So that's why you can go to the offlines.
Correct, but still,
Yeah.
we're coming to another funny fact about, we can make the rubric funny facts about wargaming. They did an exceptions for the Russian players on the first Twister Cup, when there was only 3 guys from the CIS region, 1 guy from the EU region, and if I remember correctly, 3 guys from the NA server, just Russian speaking.
Oh, okay. But
they placed first.
But they've changed
complained.
everything now, though, haven't they? So
yeah, now they've changed.
which
CIS won.
Yeah, which isn't too bad.
It's 50-50 for me.
But
Because-
but the other change with this being a member of the clan 2 weeks before the tournament starts isn't a bad thing.
It isn't
If
at
you
all.
do
isn't
it
all.
at the beginning of the tour, not halfway through, so at least people know. So if you give them at least a month's notice, then at least the clans are aware. But giving them 2 days' notice before registration,
Yeah, it was funny.
is a bit much. And then not only that, I mean, you've gone through an entire ascent tour to get to the next stage, and now you're changing the goalposts halfway through. It's a bit unfair.
It is funny, yeah.
So yeah, thankfully Wargaming stopped that. However, you can see what they're thinking. So the chances are that is going to come for the next season.
I can say you with 95% of the confidence in my words that this is just because there's a lot of Russian players. I will not name the clan on the EU who are playing in with those guys. Everybody does.
Oh,
know
of course.
who is who knows.
Who knows?
Yeah,
It'll be interesting to
and
see.
instead of just banning those players, they made this rule.
Well, there's been
Because
no bans
Russian players,
at the
when
moment.
they've understood that, okay, there is not going to be on offline just because of the coronavirus, and there are some beasts on the Rus server like crocodiles, like 7-star, and they cannot compete against them. And they have known, the way I dislike it, but they think that EU is easier. So they can, for 100%, they can place 8, of course.
But they didn't.
They've seen, yeah. We've seen that. Yeah. Without the names.
Yeah, without any names, but no, they didn't make it.
Yeah. And they came to EU to show that they are OP and we are trashes. And they sucked. I'm sorry.
They
And instead of just banning those players to show them that wargaming are not allowing this to happen, they just invented the rule.
yeah.
This is not a good idea, really. Because
Potentially.
it's far.
But from a business perspective, it's a great idea because they've still got to buy the tanks.
Oh, yeah, sure. Or the crates.
Or the crates, yeah. So from a
Yeah.
business perspective, it's a great idea. Yeah,
Correct.
everybody from every server come. What do we care? You've got to buy all the tanks and you've got to spend credits in gold to get, the upgrades if you want to do it quickly, even if you're a reroll. So,
But
So-
still, for the most of the players, what the heck?
yeah, but as General
I've
Kenobi
seen-
says, can
I've
they
seen
actually ban
somewhere-
them? Because they're not actually
They
breaking
can,
the rules.
they can,
Really?
they're breaking the rules.
How? Which rules? Are
Well,
they breaking?
I'll tell you. The team I'm speaking about was 3/4 of the team from the Russian server playing on the EU accounts
Okay.
and not their accounts. That's the
Right.
point. They were
Okay.
breaking the rules.
Okay. That's breaking the rules. Yes, that is right. That's a different argument. Yes.
Yeah, and still, without banning them, you just do not allow any Russian player to play fine in their team and place the 8th to have a possibility to play safe, because there are still some beasts which will not allow you.
Yeah. No, there is. But
So
I mean, I'm thinking it's going to be a one-off because it's not an offline this year. That's all. And when it goes back to being an offline, this silliness will disappear.
yeah, it should. Rexy said it should be removed. He said it himself that
Yeah, it will
they will most probably they will remove it to the spring season.
Yeah.
But still, I've seen somewhere the statistics that 40% of the players on the EU server are living in CIS. So
that wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me. But it depends
will
how far. It depends how far CIS expands. I mean, does it still include Ukraine? And that's the
yeah,
thing.
it does. It does.
Because the political situation between Russia and Ukraine is what presents an issue for that particular region, because they don't want to go onto the Russian server for various reasons if they're in Ukraine, so they go onto the EU server, and I feel that's a tricky one. It is a tricky one.
It is a tricky one, but Wargaming stated from the start that no political aspects will be touched in the game. So if they will remove Ukraine from being the one of the countries in CIS region and move it to the Europe, it might cause some problems in the political aspects. So
Absolutely. I mean,
yeah.
but put yourself in a play. I mean, because I've seen it on the EU server, and I'm trying because we never used to have a lot of Ukrainian players on the EU server, to be perfectly honest with you. But ever since certain parts in eastern Ukraine have sort of come under the spotlight of sort of civil war, there's been a migration of a lot of Ukrainian players into the EU server, and
they were here from the start.
Yeah.
Believe me, they were here from the start.
Whilst you've still got, whilst you've got Wargaming saying it's not a political game, which is completely correct, and it's not, you still got Muppets, even on the EU server, logging on saying free Donbass. And if you do, and if you're a Ukrainian and you're not particularly in that mind frame and you've lost people or whatever, then it's not going to make you happy. And I can imagine that, if you're Russian, you can tell if it's a person, if the person on the other team's a Ukrainian by the way they type, they're Russian or whatever. And there could be a lot of that going around. And, so Ukraine being CIS, being EU, is a tricky subject for Wargaming, because it should be CIS, because that's the catchment area. But I understand that.
But it should be EU server because of the political aspects, and the political aspects are not allowed.
Yeah.
Still not.
It's
Still
a really tricky
anybody.
one for them, because regardless what anybody thinks, Wargaming don't actively discriminate against anybody.
They've just discriminated the whole CIS players on the EU server. What are you talking about?
I said they don't actively, but yeah, it's a tricky one. That the Ukrainian situation is a tricky one for them.
Well,
and it's outside their control. It's completely outside their control. There's not much they can do about it. As you say, if they turn around and say Ukraine is no longer part of CIS region, then you've got a political potato.
and you also will have the problems in CIS player base.
Absolutely.
Just because this rule will affect the Russian server at most, because 30% of the players on the Russian server living in the countries like Belarus and Ukraine and Kazakhstan, Moldova, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
can you imagine?
Exactly. It's a nightmare for them.
Yeah, and the Wargaming will never ever do something which will affect badly the CIS teams.
And I don't blame them. Do you? I don't.
I will.
All right. No, I won't blame them. At the end of the day, it's business. So.
It's business, but well, just watching on the other giants of the cyber sport league at all, we can see League of Legends, we can have Dota, we can have like CSGO, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And there's not there's no such difference between EU and CAS because there are a lot of servers, and there are the regions which is named EU plus CIS.
Well, to be fair, that's one thing that they've got to sort of move towards, which is maybe, just maybe, a universal server. But the reason they don't do that is because of the pricing strategies, I think.
Oh yes, of course.
Of course.
Yep, that's the point.
And, you know, whereas you've got certain games that is just one server, no matter where you are in the world, it's just one server. PUBG is one of those, for example. You know,
Yeah,
it doesn't ask me
where you can
where am I?
change,
Yeah,
where you can change the server just because of the better ping,
yeah, basically, yeah.
and you will not lose anything.
And you don't lose anything, correct.
But Wargaming will not do this just
No.
because it will cost them a lot.
Yeah, and exactly. But they've got to get to that point in some point. They've got to get to the point where they've got to have a universal type server. Realistically, they've got to drop this CIS EU dedicated servers at some point if they want the game to grow spectacularly. But they won't, because as I said, it screws up their pricing. It really does. Things are more expensive in some places than they are in others. So
Yeah,
anyway,
those bundles, for example, I
Yeah.
have seen the costs of those bundles for the containers in the places like Argentina and Australia.
oh, absolutely.
And it's 15 to 30% less than I'm paying right now. And I was like,
Absolutely.
well,
Absolutely.
okay.
We will see. Bushka.
Oh, dear. Oh, good.
And with that, I think I'm going to knock on the head. That's been 2 hours. We've had a good chat. And I've got to get ready for another live stream because it's Every Good Name is Taken's Clan 2-on-2 tournament tonight to find out who will play the winners and runners-up in the final of yesterday's community 2-on-2. Which
By the
yesterday
way,
went to Ripper for You and GC. Two very OP players, by the way. Yes,
by
mate.
the way, if I will, like theoretically, if I will make the tournament, can I ask you to stream it?
Of course. Of course. Always do. I'll always stream a tournament if I've got the time. Of course.
Well, okay.
Yeah, just ask.
I catch you on your words.
No,
You know, I will.
No, I'll always stream a tournament. I mean, Every only asked me about 7 hours before his tournament last night, and I said, yeah, not a problem. No, I'll always stream a tournament because they're good fun. I enjoy streaming tournaments. Even the community
Buska
ones.
is asking when First Alliance will come back. It will not come back at all.
You reckon that's going to be the case, Bushka? Yeah, it probably won't be. But yeah, I even said to Wargaming if they ever needed an English speaker to stream the RU server for the pros, then I'm more than happy to do that as well. You never got back to me on that. The reason being is because basically there are already enough RU streamers, but they all do it in Russian. There's not. The thing is, some of the clans and some of the people in EU and other places are actually interested to see what happens on RU because a lot of people don't see it.
So you're thinking to find someone who can stream Russian server in EU language?
Yeah.
That's quite an interesting idea, actually.
That's what I said to Wargaming. If they ever need an English speaker to stream any of the tours on the RU server, I'm more than happy to do that. And I'm more than happy to stream community tours, even if they're RU. It doesn't bother me. Because the RU server is like, gets just like not many, we do get a few players from RU come onto our streams. Of course we do. But I bet it's very rare. I mean, okay, some of us, I mean, I go and have a look at some of the RU streamers, But I bet you it's very rare that people around go onto the RU streamers and have a look at those without saying, well, I don't understand a word he's saying because he's speaking Russian. So, and then they leave after a couple of minutes.
Well, nobody will allow you to commentate on community tournaments just because I know many of them in a Russian server and they don't like EU at all. Because once I came with my friend, we got 2 accounts. One of them is mine. I've started it a while ago and I have 1 tier 10 there. And my friend, he's just making the 2 accounts just for himself.
Yeah.
To be sure that those rules will not affect him.
Okay.
And we came there asking if we can play. And they said, well, where are you playing? And I said, like, well, my main account is on EU. And he said, whoo, EU trash. Go back to EU. And I said, like, I can easily beat you 1 versus 1. And I've beaten him, and he banned me.
I got banned from the official Discord server on the Russian side.
Me too. I'm still banned for 2.5 years.
Yeah, it's the only time I've ever been kicked off something that belongs to wargaming. Kicked off the Russian server within the space of, I think it was like an hour. But hey, but no, I've said if they ever needed anybody who speaks English, I can do Russian server, not a problem. You know, it's an hour time difference for me as it is for the guys in Germany. It's unbelievable.
For the Germany, it should be 2 hours.
Yeah, it is 2 hours actually. It's only an hour for me because I'm in the same time zone almost.
Me too.
Anyway, that's it, guys. We're going to knock it on the head there because it has been 2 hours now. Inaman, again, thank you for joining. It's been a pleasure, my friend.
No problems.
Those of you on YouTube, thank you for jumping in. And like I said, don't forget, Every Good Name is Taken is doing his tournament tonight. 2v2. It's the Genesis, whatever the bloody hell you call his clan name. I've heard so many different ways of calling it now. Somebody told me it's just nice. So
just nice.
So get on about it. So at the end of the day, get on, show him some love, and we'll see you all later. And until then, guys, bye for now.